Hey guys, it's me again. I just have a brief rant today, and this is probably going to offend some people. Not that my previous videos have not offended countless people already, but here's the thing: that mission trip that you're planning for Africa, it does not impress the Lord at all. Seriously, it does not impress the Lord. I know that in your mind, it's all glamorous to you. You know, you're coming from this wonderful nation of ours, going to this third world country, and you're going to go over there with your head and chin high, thinking you're the savior of the world. What are you going to do? Pass out some food? Hand out some cash? I don't know. But something, yeah. I know you're thinking you're this knight in shining armor as you march down the streets of Africa or the bush of Africa. I don't know, wherever. But God's not impressed. See, you're so focused on what you think you're doing for the Lord, and I bet you really feel good about yourself for doing that. God's not impressed. See, you feel like you have some higher calling than the rest of us who can't get past our neighborhood. You know what? Post on social media, post on Twitter, preach the gospel. You don't need to fly across the 7 seas to preach the gospel or whatever it is you're doing there, some humanitarian deeds. I don't know. See, it's easy to go to another country and act all self-sacrificial and all that, you know, selfless, when you can leave whenever you want. Unlike those people that you're supposedly ministering to, they're stuck there. You're not. It's easy to fly to another country, act all generous, be a good witness, because you can leave whenever you feel like it. Plus, I bet you have your whole congregation paying your way. You have other people paying your vacation, paying for your vacation. That's all it is. It's a trip to Fantasyland. So you get to experience the culture, you get to experience their hardships, have a heart for them. Whatever. Just go watch Netflix. God's not impressed. But here's the other thing that bugs me more about having such trips during these times. That's just pure defiance of the birth pangs that are all around us. Most of you guys, most of these people who plan these mission trips, they're rooted in the world. You know why? Because they think if they're doing something like this, that Jesus can't possibly be coming back for us anytime soon. Because obviously he has plenty of work for us to do. He has churches for us to plant, the 1040 window for us to harvest. Yeah, the 1040 window, that's another big buzzword among missionary type churches. Look, I have nothing against the missionary position. It's very useful. But now is not the time to be planting churches. It never was, especially not this 501c3 crap. Okay, I don't want to go off on that. I've said many things about that in previous videos. I'll lay off of it this time. But the thing is, doing these things, this is the mindset of people who not only believe that we're going to be here for the long haul, but are praying that we're going to be here forever. These are probably the Christian nationalists or whatever it is, whose job or is to try to Christianize the whole world. No, that is not the gospel. You know, these guys deny the blessed hope. They deny the rapture. They especially deny the pre-trib rapture, which is the only biblical view of the rapture, by the way. So yeah, go on your missions trip. Pretend that the world's going to go on forever and that we have plenty of work to do for the Lord and he's not coming back for the next 2,000 years yet. So yeah, live in your fantasy land. But the thing is, you don't even have to. If you love this world so much, trust me, you're not going up when that trumpet sounds. Examine your heart. If you hate the idea of the rapture so much, you probably are not saved. If you think it's better to stay here than to be called up to meet Jesus in the air and be given our new eternal bodies, then you're not saved if you think it's better to stay here and make this world a better place for Jesus. So yeah, that's all I wanted to say. I said it was going to be a brief rant. It really is going to be brief. As I always like to say, though, the birth pangs are still all around us. We're still in the season. I believe we are the generation. And, there are people here around us watching this video and just everywhere who profess to be Christians but are celebrating the fact that the rapture has not happened yet. And they're laughing at us, those of us who keep watching. Why are they mocking and laughing? Because they're not saved. They profess to be Christians, but they hate the blessed hope. They are the very people that 2 Peter talks about. They're the mockers. Where's the promise of his coming? So yeah, if you don't like the rapture, if you're making fun of those of us who are watching and are getting disappointed by the rapture not happening at the dates that we're watching for, then shame on you if you're professing to be a Christian, because you're probably not. You need to examine your heart. Stop longing for the world's approval. Because if you are, as I've been saying, you're not saved. If you want the world's approval, you belong to the world. You don't belong to Christ. Because that's the thing about the pre-trib rapture. You really put yourself in the position to be mocked and laughed at. If you want to look more intellectual and more acceptable to the world, more respectable to the world, then yeah, talk about post-trib, other trib, mid-trib, or whatever other views there are. I don't know what you actually call those views. I'm not technical when it comes to stuff like that. But yeah, enjoy being right every single time that the rapture does not happen. And most importantly, enjoy the Great Tribulation, guy. And just make sure to not take that mark of the beast and endure to the end. That's really what's in store for you. It doesn't have to be. You can put your faith in Jesus now and his completed work on the cross instead of relying on your ability to endure to the end. Because that's really where your faith is. If that's the case, then you're not born again today. You might get saved during the Great Tribulation, but you're not part of the church. You're not part of the bride today. It doesn't have to be that way. You have the choice. So anyway, that's my rant. Keep looking up, guys. Birth pangs are still all around us. It's not slowing down at all. And I heard there's something going on in Israel right now. Amir Sarfati has a breaking news video. I haven't watched it yet, but yeah, so keep our eyes on Israel, because that's really the timepiece of the Lord, as others say. That's very true. When all else fail, all the high watch dates fail, keep your eyes on the birth pangs and Israel. So until next time, hopefully there won't be a next time.